Let's talk about becoming addicted to optimization. And yes, this is going to be a bit selfish. It is self-centered. It is based on my life, my experiences, but this is the Bandrew Says podcast. If you don't care what I have to say, you don't have to listen or watch. You have the freedom of choice, as Devo informed us, to do whatever you want. Freedom of choice is what you got. And now I'm copyright struck. I came to this realization over the last year and a half, really, where I will use the search for new and improved items as an excuse to avoid work. What I mean, I'll use content creation as the baseline because that's my main thing. I have outstanding equipment, great cameras, great lenses, great microphones, great boom arms, great interfaces, everything. Really top-notch, can give me professional quality. Now, what I could do is, when I have free time, I can make content. I can use the equipment that I have. I can write some music, record some music, write and record a podcast, test out some equipment, get a better understanding of it, really gain that insider knowledge about outboard preamps. But what do I do instead? I go ahead and jump on the internets. I go to YouTube. Very rarely, I'll go to Reddit. I'll go to everydaycarry.com. I'll go to any website I can and see, what's new? How will this new equipment improve my life? How will this improve my workflow? How will this make my life a little bit easier? And I'll spend hours doing that. And then I'll whine and complain and say, oh gosh, if only I had more time, I could make higher quality content. I do have more time. I am just wasting my time. And that realization was kind of a kick in the pants. Coming to the realization that you are just wasting time and your hard-earned money seeking out something that you do not need. And I think that is a little bit of an addiction. And it's not something that I just see in myself. It's something that is fairly pervasive in the tech arena, whether it be computers, whether it be everyday carry, whether it be video, whether it be audio. People are always looking at the new releases, hoping this new microphone, this new lens, this new motherboard or graphics card is going to solve all my problems. I will live the most productive life, and I will finally feel fulfilled. I will finally feel that warm and fuzzy feeling deep inside that tells me everything's gonna be fine. I see that all the time. And I run a tech channel. I run a microphone review channel. I see that a lot in questions that I get from people. It's clear they are using the gear, the search for improved gear, the search for optimization as an excuse to get out of actually using what they have, to get out of the fear of actually making something. Because when you actually make something and you publish it and put it out there, now you're open to criticism. That's a scary thing. That's a scary proposition. So I understand completely why people would want to avoid that. Now, I may be being a bit uncharitable in that statement. I think there are plenty of people who aren't using it as a crutch, aren't using it as an excuse. They just have a deep love of equipment, of electronics, of technology, and they like understanding what's new, what kind of revolutions are happening, what kind of new technology is being rolled out. Wow, how does that work? That's amazing. So I don't want to lump everybody in there. But I am sharing what I have known about myself or come to know about myself. I will use the idea of optimization as an excuse to look for new gear, to spend money, to waste time, and to not actually do any work, anything of value. I will seek, oh, I need a new pocket knife because the one that I have doesn't cut good enough. It's a piece of sharp metal, you dope. The pocket knife you have is more than sufficient. It will cut the tape on the Amazon boxes that you are opening. You don't need to spend $500 on a knife. Unless you have the disposable income and it brings you joy, do whatever you want. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm telling me how to live my life. Luckily, I haven't gone too deep down that rabbit hole. But the reason why I'm discussing this on the podcast is I realize there are other people out there who may not realize what they're doing yet. They may not realize that this constant search for improved equipment, this constant search for how to optimize your life. Oh, I need the newest iPhone because it has a camera that's 5% better. Is that really going to help you? Is that really going to make your content better? Is it really going to make your content appeal to a wider audience? I'm not saying don't buy the new iPhone. I am asking people or suggesting, I'm not asking anybody anything. That would be very presumptuous of me to expect anybody to give a damn what I think of them. I am suggesting. Be honest with yourself. Why are you really looking for that new equipment? Why are you really trying to optimize? Is it because there is a flaw in the equipment that you're using? Or is it because it brings you joy? Or is it because it's just I need it. I need to spend time researching. I need to buy it. I need more equipment. Just be honest. Sit down and think about it. Why do you buy that new graphics card every year? Why do you buy 500 pocket knives? Why do you buy 50 watches? Answer the question, Bandrew. Why do you buy all this stuff? Why do you constantly seek all this new equipment? I guess I am asking you questions. I don't care if you answer because I would never expect you to. These are just suggestions that I need to take to heart. I am talking to myself, and maybe somebody out there in the ether is hearing and saying, oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I am using that as an excuse. I'm going to go make that audiobook. I'm going to go ahead and record that YouTube video. I'm going to write that album that I've been meaning to write. What I've really been diving into recently is everyday carry equipment. When I do my year recap, I'll share my goals for the coming year. But one of the things I am going to do is I am not going to buy any new everyday carry items. No new wallets, no new pens, no new knives, no new keychain, none of that crap. I don't need it. I have plenty of great equipment, plenty of great tools that help me through my day. Buying something that is $50 more expensive to give me 5% of an improvement on one minor area that I use 3 times out of the year is not going to provide any market improvement on my life. It will be negligible. Just like buying an RE20 over a XM85. That may be a bad example because a lot of people will know that difference. For your audience, maybe not. Buying the XM8500, then up to the RE20, or the XM8500 to the SM7B, you may notice a difference. 99% of your audience will not. Something to think about. What am I even talking? I know I'm shooting myself in the foot as well, because most of the people who watch the majority of my videos are people who are seeking to optimize their production, to optimize their podcast, their recording studio, their album recording, whatever it may be. And if they hear this, when they hear this, they will say, oh, yeah, good point. I don't need to listen to your show anymore. I don't need to watch your reviews anymore. And I am fine with that, actually. If this rambling stops somebody from wasting money that they don't need to spend, I'm a happy camper. I think that will be an ultimate win. I have no allegiances to any of these companies. I don't get any benefit from people putting themselves in financial hardship. That makes me feel like garbage when people do that. When somebody watches one of my videos and buys something on credit, oh, buddy, boy, howdy, does that, I won't say ticks me off, but makes me concerned that somebody would do that. So if this video, this rambling, stops somebody from doing that, then I am a happy camper. So to conclude my thoughts on this addiction to optimizing your equipment, what could you better use that time and money towards? As far as time, go ahead and actually begin creating content. Make that album, make that podcast, make that YouTube video. And every single time you do that, you will actually improve your ability. And through growing your technical proficiency, you will become more efficient. Technical proficiency, efficient. You will become quicker at producing content. You will be able to produce higher quality content in terms of quality of video, quality of audio, and presentation style. So just from the time side of things, you can provide a much better experience for yourself and for your viewers and listeners by doing what you set out to do. From the money side of things, go live life. This is something I need to take advice about. Go live life. Go give more to charity. Go on a trip. Go visit people that you care about. Make new memories. Have some reason for living that's outside of four walls that are well treated in a room that sounds quite good for a spare bedroom. Do something other than that. There's a big wide world out there. And by going out and gathering new experiences and new memories and meeting new people and being exposed to new ideas, your life will become better. You will live a more fulfilling life. And once you have that more fulfilling life, when you go and start making content again, I think you'll be a better person for having done that. And now you can share those experiences and that new worldview with the people who listen and watch to you. Watch to you? What am I? I need to take English classes. I am an idiot. I'm rambling at this point. Let's go to the next section of the podcast. Otherwise, I will just talk for 500 million minutes on this and say the same thing 50 times.